this thing gets hated on so much. Most say it's not ergonomic and Apple didn't really take the design into consideration. The overall comfort is horrible. But the most common thing I've heard for years, and I'm sure you all can agree, is why is the charging socket on the bottom. So let's talk about it. Now, no doubt this has to be one of the weirdest things that Apple has ever done, and the fact that they haven't changed it after this many years just shows you that they never really thought it through. But there is actually a lot that you can do on the Magic Mouse, and it does have a lot of built-in features. So I'm just going to cover them all today for you guys. So first impressions of the Magic Mouse is actually very nice. It has like this white gloss finish at the top and then a silver chrome finish at the bottom with the two black protectors. Now the first thing I have noticed is that on top it has the Apple logo, which is like a grey, well it looks like a grey, and then the Apple logo on the bottom of the mouse is actually black, so it's interesting that they've done that. Now obviously the mouse does have a right click button. It's not just a one click mouse, but it's just something that you have to turn on in your settings. So if you go over to your settings and you go over to mouse, you'll be able to see here where it says secondary click. It says click right side or click left side. You just switch it to your preference, but we obviously want the right side click, so I click it to my right side. And over here is just all the settings, so you can manually change the tracking speed to make it faster or slower. Smart zoom, so that's a double tap with one finger. If you come over to here, it says natural scrolling, so it's just catering everything to your preference. So if you turn it on, you see that the way you scroll will be different, and if you turn it off, you'll see that the way you scroll will be different again. So you just turn it on and just play with it to see how you like it. Now if we go over here to more gestures, there's just a few more different settings, more advanced settings. So swipe between pages. Now this I'll get into later, but swipe between full screen applications, I have this off. So over here it just says swipe left or right with two fingers. I've turned that off. Mission control, double tap with two fingers, I've turned mine on. Now over here, swipe between pages. Now obviously, as I said before, there is a lot of built-in features in the mouse, so this is one of them. So swipe left or swipe right with two fingers. This is one that I've set mine to. Over here is all the settings that you can choose, and it says off. But this basically just allows you to no longer use the arrows to go back and forth on your YouTube or just on Safari in general, and you can just swipe back with your two fingers to go back and forth now. So that's all swipe left or right with two fingers is basically, or swipe between pages is what it's called. Over here, set up Bluetooth mouse, I won't get into that. Over here, advanced settings, it's just all the same really. So when you get the Magic Mouse, if you are going to get it, go into your settings and customize your settings to how you like them. So personally for me, the Magic Mouse isn't the worst mouse out there. There's definitely worse. I actually like using the Magic Mouse, but obviously it's not the most comfortable in terms of ergonomics. It's funny because Tim Cook did actually say that the ergonomics was their key focus in the design of the Magic Mouse, but that just had to be a joke because that just doesn't make any sense with the Magic Mouse. So when you first do start to use the Magic Mouse, it does feel a little awkward at first, but over time you eventually get used to it and you'll probably start to hate it a little less. Now obviously, because you have to charge it from the bottom, which is the thing that most people are annoyed about, I actually think that the mouse lasts so long that it makes up for it. I probably charge this about once every 2 weeks and it lasts. So the whole charging problem hasn't really affected me. If anything, when it does die, it's just an excuse for you to stop working if you don't have a second mouse. I do have the trackpad as well, and for most people they seem to like the trackpad more than the Magic Mouse, but for me it's actually the other way around. I prefer the Magic Mouse more than the trackpad, especially for editing. I just feel like it's better and it just feels a lot smoother as well. But guys, personally I prefer the Magic Mouse. That's what works for me. I use it daily too. If the whole charging problem is going to be an issue for you, I would suggest getting a wired mouse or even just a different wireless mouse, Type-C obviously. I see a lot of people using Logitech keyboard and mouses rather than the Apple mouses anyway, so just go with what works for you. Now to end this video off, sort of me just giving a review on the Magic Mouse or just giving my opinion about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment and subscribe. Make sure you like as well. But it's been Stackz Tech. Peace.